Well, hi there, everybody, and welcome to Top 10 with aJaX and Ben. Oh, yeah, this is going to be great. You know why? Because we are certified experts, qualified, certified from the National Surveyors Association to bring you the top 10 lists of things. And today we've got a treat for you. Ben, tell the people what we will be giving the top 10 lists of things about.
Top 10 comedy movies.
How many movies?
Comedy movies. Let's run that theme song now, shall we?
Top 10 with aJaX and Ben. It's the Top 10 with aJaX and Ben. It's 100% real and genuine. It's the Top 10 with aJaX and Ben.
All right, so top 10 comedy movies, and I gotta tell you, I enjoy a good comedy. How about you, Ben?
Oh, yeah. Love to laugh.
I mean, there are so many great comedies out there. It's unbelievable. The amount of things we have to choose from. We have slapstick. We have stick slap. We have jokey joke. We have knee slap. We have slap slap and we have face slap. We have face palm. We have face plant. A lot of faces going on too. Ben, what other comedies are there? There's Dark. That's the one I like the most. You'll see a lot of mine on this list are pretty dark. Speaking of lists, let's just get right to it. I have the 10, 8, 6, 4, and 2. Ben, he's got the 9, 7, 5, 3, and 1. So without any further ado, Ben, are you ready for number 10?
Let's do it.
Number 10, top comedy movie, is Friday Night Lights. And as you may have guessed, it is a comedy drama about a group of high school football students who contract lice mid-game from the other team. And some people find it devastating, but I find it rather hilarious because the jokes are in between the lice jumping from scalp to scalp. When you see a defensive lineman tackle a running back and you see a tiny little flea jump from the top of the scalp of one of the players to the other, there's just something about it, you know? What do you think of Friday Night Lights?
It's hilarious. The lice, especially. The fact that it's weird. Every lice actually has a mustache. Like, how would they be able to find lice that they could use as extras that have mustaches? That's incredible.
I find it gives them personality. I think a mustacheless lice flea, I think it would just, you would look at it and you would go, that's not real. But the mustache gives it character. It gives them that Magnum PI. It gives them that Wilford Brimley. And it really, it gives it character. And then it's more believable. And then you're hooked line and sinker. And my favorite line from the movie is that when the quarterback is mad at his father because his father wants to give him his hat. And the quarterback says to his dad, I don't want your lice. It's my favorite line in the movie. What do you think of that one?
That is one of my favorite lines also. But again, the whole ending where the lice come together and are able to surprisingly beat these other football players also.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
they get their little helmets on and everything. It's incredible how the ending goes.
And I know what everyone is thinking out there right now from what I just said. Oh, that's from another film. But no, it's a Mandela effect. It's not from the other comedy called Junior Varsity Blues. No, this is from Friday Night Lights. And it's one of those things like people don't put 2 and 2 together sometimes and it equals 5. And so anyway, let's go to number 9. Ben, what's the number 9? Top
Number 9
comedy movie of all time.
It is Bertha Buys a Car.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one right there. Why do you have that at 9?
It's just hilarious, the fact that every episode or every part in the movie, she keeps going to these other car lots to buy a car, but yet they're always out of cars and crazy chaos ensues. And it's the fact that she was on a llama in one scene and chased by alligators in another. It's just so random, so funny,
Well,
and it's a great movie.
And the llama, it's not like the llama could hold her weight. So, of course, the llama falls over. She tries to get on a camel. The camel falls over. Then she gets on a camel with 3 humps, which I didn't even know those existed. I thought that was in like a fairy tale. But what did you think of the car she finally ended up with?
It was funny because it was like a limousine, but mixed with like another car. It was like a weird hybrid car, and it ran on jet fuel.
Well, what's funny about the other car, it was a 1988 Buick LeSabre, half LeSabre, half limo. And it's like, I don't know that I'd want to be in the back of that limo with a bottle of champagne with a group of friends going out on the town on a Saturday night. But Bertha, Bertha, she had that just bubbly personality. She knew that that was the right ride for her,
Oh, yeah. Hilarious movie.
So Bertha buys a car. I love that. Oh, gosh, that's a great pick. I don't know why I didn't even think of that. But number 8. You ready? Socrates explosive device.
Oh, yeah.
So Socrates explosive device. I mean, okay, so dry comedy, very dry humor about an outcast in the farming community of Butte, Montana. And he's just going in doing his everyday life, and people find his actions peculiar. Aww. But I find them endearing, and so did audiences. What did you think of that Socrates explosive device?
The fact that you would think throughout the entire movie that this device is going to explode, and it kind of doesn't to spoil the ending. And something else happens. I don't want to spoil it, so go out there and watch it. But
I want to spoil it. Can I spoil it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. So he performs in this at the end of the movie. He performs what everybody was waiting for and anticipating. It is a performance of the history of pants. Woo! And he gets out there and he starts wearing bell bottoms. And then he takes those bell bottoms off and he starts wearing Levi Strausses. And he takes those off and he wears pajama bottoms. And he just dances around and does all these silly things in these pants. And I just love it. And I think it's one of the funniest movies of all time. In fact, it's the 8th funniest movie of all time. So anyway, yeah, Socrates explosive device at number 8. What you got for number 7, Ben?
My number 7 is Dolphin Rodeo.
Yes. All right, we're getting into the good stuff now. All right, Dolphin Rodeo. What did you like about that one?
Again, it's hilarious the fact that you think of cowboys riding bulls, but actually it's the same thing. But they're in a pool with a dolphin wearing the outfit, and it's the whole backstory. It gets kind of dark, especially when you talk about the one dolphin and his backstory, how his
dorsal fin.
Yeah. Russell Finn, how he went away and the tragedies he had. But yeah, it's also hilarious. It's like one of those kind of comedies mixed with a little bit of drama.
I thought they did a really good job making the dolphins look realistic because obviously it couldn't be real dolphins. But the dolphins, they looked real enough. The claymation didn't look hokey. It wasn't like Mr. Bill, It wasn't, like it didn't look like a kid playing with Play-Doh and then somebody just filming it. It looked like somebody was lassoing an actual porpoise, And I felt like
did it on porpoise. So
I exactly, and I like the squeaks, the echolocation and the bar location and how they said 8 seconds, but the dolphin wanted them to stay on longer because I wanted to watch the movie longer. I wanted to enjoy it, and boy, did I ever. Dolphin Rodeo. Excellent pick, Ben, for 7.
Thank you.
I think that blends nicely into my pick for number 6. Are you ready for this one?
Do it.
Faraway Planet Guys with a Z.
Oh, yeah.
So, what can I tell you about this? This movie is nuts. It's one of those movies. Okay, so like, I don't know how they filmed it exactly. Obviously, it's had to have been filmed on Earth. But Faraway Planet Guys takes place on a faraway planet, a planet that's like Earth, two college roommates, and they just go through kooky times together on a planet far away. And I think they get into a little bit of chaotic activities. They go and chaos ensues. So, Ben, what did you like the most about Faraway Planet Guys with a Z?
The hilarious scene was when they were able to jump over the bridge in the clown car. I never thought that would happen. And in slow motion, they're all screaming, especially the one guy, he's in the clown costume. He's like, ah! Like that scene gets me every time.
Well, I like that it went into like this vintage 70s look,
Yeah.
whatever lens they used to film that. It reminded me a lot of Starsky and Hutch and Dukes of Hazzard and like those old timey 70s shows. 21 Jump Street as we get into the early 80s, and then just Faraway Planet Guys. If you haven't seen it, it's got a little bit of you know what I mean? A little bit of,
I see that.
a little bit of. So just stay the course.
Yes,
Keep that in mind. What is number 5, Ben?
Number 5. It's a parody of a famous movie called Armageddon. It's called Armogeddon.
Yeah. Okay. So
To pronounce it longer, Armogeddon.
so Armageddon. Tell me why you picked it for number 5.
Well, the fact that it's armadillos going to space to try to mess up an asteroid, kind of a parody of Armageddon, it had me
Right.
rolling. It had me rolling.
And it also had the armadillos rolling because that's what they
Yeah.
did to defeat the asteroid. And I mean, you can't just the armadillo can't be not in its shell casing while it thwarts itself into the mighty asteroid. No. It's gotta be balled up as much as it possibly can, like those 6 bandits. And you also it was really troublesome. The astronauts, they could not touch them because they were afraid that they were going to get Hansen's disease. What did you think of that part of the movie?
Well, it's funny because I think they call that leprosy back in the day.
Yeah.
You can get leprosy from armadillos. That is a true fact. It's just a funny movie. Like the thing that got me
was okay. They go to the space station and they're able to like destroy the meteor. But the funny thing is, they could have actually launched them in space through a slingshot earlier, and it was saved like the government $400 trillion. Yeah. So
I mean,
Haven't they seen Angry Birds? There's a 3rd one coming out pretty soon.
exactly.
It gave you all you needed there. It was a giant slingshot. Catapults people, but I guess that, whole like animal rights activists got involved and they said, you're going to have to spend millions and billions of dollars because we're not going to have any of these armadillos getting injured during the filming of the movie, which I understand. That's why, Dolphin Rodeo couldn't use real dolphins. I get it. But armadillos, they have hard shells. So, all right. So very good pick there. What about number 4? You ready for this one? Impatient Impatience. Kooky movie. So simple movie, simple premise. All of these guys in their 60s and 70s who are just very grumpy. They have to go and get operations done. They do not want to stay at the hospital. They want to leave. So the whole movie, I haven't seen this one in a little while, but I remember like when I was little, when I watched it, they just all took their IVs with them and they wheeled themselves out on their gurneys, and then you just see them all trying to escape. And almost always a nurse would catch them, but then another couple of them would round each other up and they would escape down the elevator, and then then they would get injured more, and then they'd have to stay in the hospital longer. It was so funny. What did you think of Impatient Impatience?
I love the title. I mean, that's what got me to begin with. But like the whole hospital scene, especially when he's like chasing and his gurney falls off, and I was like, I don't want to see that. But yeah, hilarious.
they just the things that they would say, like, "I'd rather die than stay in this hospital bed any longer. I don't want any more of this nasty hospital food." And then it was just kooky. I just love the movie so much, and I need to watch it again. It's been a while. So, all right. What about number 3 on the list?
Number 3, the number 3, I should say, is I Got No Teeth.
Yeah. Whoa, that's so funny that's right after Inpatience. Okay, so why do you have I Got No Teeth at 3?
Well, it's a very original storyline about a guy who goes to the dentist and they were removing all his teeth to put in dentures, but then the ironic thing is the FBI was after him. So he ends up running away from the dentist and he has no teeth. He ain't got no teeth. So it's a whole scavenger hunt crazy thing of him trying to escape the FBI.
I love the scenes where they like leave trails of applesauce and pudding to try to capture them, and then they use those giant oversized like nets from like Looney Tunes cartoons and try like it was so funny. It was almost like a cartoon come to life, and I just really appreciated it too. I wish it was longer. I remember this movie being way too short, and then they had a sequel in development that never happened. Do you recall the runtime?
It was like an hour and 10 minutes. It was very short.
Yeah, really short.
It was like a low budget, maybe.
Well, no, yes, it was low budget, but then they got money because it made so much money because the budget was so low, and then they like remastered it and then they added more scenes, but it was still like an hour and 12 minutes after that, so the scenes were only like couple seconds more.
Yeah, there was rumors for a while that they were going to add the sequel called I Got Teeth.
Yeah.
So maybe he gets teeth in the second. I know, maybe it's.
I don't know how that would work exactly. Yeah. But yeah, I like that pick a lot. So I Got No Teeth is number 3. Are you ready for number 2? And I can't wait. I can't wait to see what number 1 is. Number 2, you may have guessed, The Clothed Knife. Okay. The Clothed Knife, I like one of my favorite just slapstick joke a minute films about just this secret agent who just keeps getting into situation after situation. He's trying to save the life of all these undercover agents, but all these undercover agents, they don't like the secret agent, and so it's just joke a minute, one after another. What did you think of Clothed Knife?
I keep laughing because this one scene with the was the buffalo that comes through randomly?
Yep. Or bison. I don't even know. Is it buffalo or bison, or are they the same thing? I don't even know.
Yeah. I'm not sure. But just that scene where they're like, you see it from a distance, it's running after it in like a zigzag pattern. It just, I don't know, something about that scene always cracks me up.
Well, then there was that old guy that was like, I've seen this 200 times. It's the bicentennial. The bicentennial. And he was like making that weird face.
Yeah.
The Clothed Knife. Okay, Ben, I need to hear it. What is the number 1 comedy movie of all time?
It's called Skates McGee.
Oh my God. Skates McGee. Tell me, why did he pick Skates McGee for number 1?
Well, this is the scene where he has the rocket pack on his back and he's trying to go through San Francisco on rollerblades to see if he could jump the river. That's the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Oh my gosh. What is the name of that hill? The hill that goes, is it Telegraph Hill? What's the hill that like it's like a crazy hill. It winds and winds and winds. And he's just, I mean, we talked about how some of these movies that were like almost animated. This could be an anime because it's like I see the jetpack on his back. I see him on rollerblades. He's going. When he almost makes it to Alcatraz and he jumps over the Golden Gate Bridge, but his jetpack fails and he lands on his face. And then all of the inmates pour out of Alcatraz and they try to capture him and make him like, their cellmate. And then they take him into the cell and instead of stabbing him, they just tickle him and they go into a tickle fight and then a pillow fight. And then they take his jetpack and then they all escape. And then he's the only one that's left to see Alcatraz. Oh man, I love Skates McGee. That's such
Yeah.
a good pick. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah.
What did you think of the sequel when it was in another city? What was the other city?
That was Tokyo, I think. They like
Tokyo.
flew them out.
And I don't know. It's like, remember when they made Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles, and it just
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
the same. It just
Yeah.
wasn't the same. So I wish the sequel was better, but the original, the OG
Mhm.
Skates McGee, guys, gals, everyone go see Skates McGee. I'm sure it's streaming somewhere on the streamers. You just got to look in the right place. Type it into the search bar. Skates McGee. Ben, this was amazing. I love our list. Let's run it down one more time. I think in past episodes, we were doing everything up to 2, and then we were revealing number 1. Let's just go ahead and do it. Here are your top 10 comedy movies of all time. At number 10, Friday Night Lice. At number 9, Bertha Buys a Car. At number 8, Socrates' Explosive Device. At number 7, Dolphin Rodeo. At number 6, Faraway Planet Guys. At number 5, Armageddon. At number 4, Impatient Impatience. At number 3, I Got No Teeth. At number 2, The Clothed Knife. And at number 1, the number 1 comedy movie of all time, Skates McGee. Oh!
Great
All right,
list.
so, yeah. I mean, I had a lot of fun, did you?
Oh yeah.
Hey,
Reminiscing
everybody,
about
if you
these
like
comedy
this
movies.
list, if you think there was something missing from this list, please let us know down in the comments. And maybe on a further episode, we'll tell everybody that we were wrong and you were right. So we'll see about that, but I doubt it severely. But still, like and subscribe and share and comment all you'd like. And hey, this has been Top 10 with aJaX and Ben, and we'll see you next time, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.